A heartbreaking finding unfolded in the calm of a West Covina morning, enveloped in an uncanny silence that appeared at odds with the bright spirit of humor that Shirley Hemphill once improvised on that fatal day. On December 10th, 1999, time froze still as her dead body laid in solitary, which was a reminder of a battle she had silently battled. The tragic case for her decomposing state will unfold a narrative of loneliness, persistence, and a nagging question that needed to be answered. How could a such gifted comic meet such a lonely fate? Shirley Hemphill was one of the first few black actors and comedians to win over the audience hearts. And in today's video, you will hear about the life and tragic death of a legendary comic. Before we start, let's leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and push that notification bell to be sure you won't miss out on any more uploads. Now without further ado, let's cue that intro. Shirley Ann Hemphill was born in Asheville, North Carolina on July 1st, 1947 to Richard and Marcella Hemphill. Her brother William was a vet that served in Vietnam. Hemphill attended Hill Street and Stephen Lee High School, graduating in 1965. While attending Stephen Lee, the legendary school was known for its excellent faculty and wild curriculum. This is where she most likely gained interest in athletics while attending the school. Hemphill attended Morristown College after high school, majoring in physical education and earning an associate's degree in 1967. After college, she returned home where she took up a job at the nylon manufacturing factory. Hemphill always had a witty and cheerful attitude. Now there's little to no information on how and why she got into stand-up comedy, but I'm gonna assume due to her attitude and always being witty, she always had that good sense of humor. But by the early 70s, she was performing stand-up while still working at the factory. She taped one of her shows and she gave the cassette tape to comic Flip Wilson sometime in early 1970s. Wilson was impressed by her act and gave Hemphill a dozen flowers, a tape recorder, and an invitation to visit his next show, which she gladly accepted. After being fully inspired, Hemphill returned home and decided to try her hand at stand-up comedy full time. So with that being said, she quit her job and relocated to LA. When she arrived in Los Angeles, Hemphill obtained a job at a comedy store where she began performing at night, and she worked as a server during the day. By 1976, her performance caught the attention of casting agent Joan Murray, who cast her in the role of the Big O on the show's All Fair.
Auntie and Uncle Tom.
Big O, this is Al Brooks, Richard's assistant, and Lucy Daniels. She works with CBS News.
And here I thought she was here to do the windows.
She was later cast in on the CBS comedy show Good Times as the character Rosie, following her television debut. Following her appearance on Good Time, Norman Lear approached Hemphill and offered her her own spin-off show, which she shockingly declined. Instead, she decided to audition for the newest ABC show that's loosely based on the 1975 film Cooley High, which at this time was one of the best black films, which explains her excitement and why she turned down her own show for this show. This show will be known as What's Happening. Hemphill was cast as Shirley Wilson, a waitress at Rob's Place, a diner that was often visited by the main characters. She was also a close friend to the main cast and Rerun's protagonist. After 60 episodes, the show was canceled in 1979. That next year, she received her first leading role on the ABC show 1 in a Million, as Shirley Simmons.
Look at you now, you're on your way. Things are getting better every single day.
Hemphill portrayed a tough-talking cab driver who inherited a huge corporation and fortune for one of her clients. The show premiered on January 8th, 1980, but after 13 episodes, the show was canceled due to a lack of public interest. Hemphill reverted to her roots once the show was canceled, and she resumed performing at nightclubs. Hemphill made special guest appearances on TV shows such as The Love Boat in 1982, Trapper John M.D. in 1983, and Pryor's Place in 1984. By 1985, she was requested to reprise her role as Shirley Wilson in the spin-off show What's Happening Now. Hemphill assisted Martin Lawrence at a difficult time in his career by helping him gain a role on the show and mailing him $500, which equals to about $1,500 in today's money, when he was at his lowest moment. Lawrence described her as a big sister to him. Hemphill starred in 66 episodes until the show was canceled in March of 1988. By 1993, she had made her cinematic debut in films such as CB4 and Shoot the Moon. As the 1990s progressed, she appeared in several TV shows including The Sinbad Show in 1993, Martin in 1994, The Wayans Brothers in 1996, and Lennox in 1999. Throughout her career, she has performed her stand-up routine on popular shows such as The Tonight Show, A&E's, and Evening at the Improv, BET's Black Comedy Showcase, and Black Comedy Tonight, as well as being a regular at the Laugh Factory in Los Angeles. Hemphill struggled with health issues for her whole career. It really began to appear during her comedy performances in the late 90s. Now, Hemphill didn't have any children or didn't display any romantic interests. Therefore, her sexual orientation was unclear because she was a very private person. On December 10th, 1999, Hemphill's body was discovered by a gardener who just so happened to glance in her window and seen her decomposing body. An autopsy indicated that she passed away from a heart attack, obesity, and kidney failure at the age of 52.